Sabhaye Namaha. Stalwarts who are present on the dais and off the dais. My pranam to all. At the outset, I want to submit that I am not the originator of this idea. This idea is getting discussed since last 50 years in group of many Ayurveda practitioners in many states of India. So, my contribution is because being a chairman of the National Commission of Indian System of Medicine, I brought this subject in the commission and we started working on that. We started calling the people over here and we started discussing this issue. And that's why we all are here to have a session in World Ayurveda Congress on this subject. So, again, I repeat, I am not the originator of this idea, number one. Number two, we are discussing very crucial point because this group is already working on that. They are giving a lot of time, discussing, participating there. They are giving their lot of time for this. Only I have also few questions in my mind. This for the audience as well as to these experts. These are being a practitioner. I am a practitioner. I am not a academician or a stalwart in this field. I am a ordinary practitioner of Ayurveda. So I have few questions in my mind. So when while repeated reading of Charaka Samhita, I found that in the text nowhere this word Charaka Samhita is mentioned. So who gave this name to that text to Charaka Samhita? Because what Charaka is saying is Agnivesha Krute Tantre Charaka Pratisamsadute. He is not saying that is Charaka Samhita. Then Drudabala is saying Drudabala Sampurite. He is also not saying Charaka Samhita. So, after the cover page, nowhere in the Samhita, to which we are calling Charaka Samhita, this name Charaka Samhita is there. So how it has been derived or how it has been, you can say, imposed or with the consensus, because now since last 2000 years we are calling this as the Charaka Samhita. So who started calling this text as the Charaka Samhita and how it has come and why it is not there in the text? This is my personal thought. Another my observation is, while reading the old text, is that many times we should give the responsibility of deciding many things on time, that is kala. Initially, when we were discussing, I was discussing with my very learned friend that I told him, you are such a stalwart in this field and why you are not writing Samhita long ago, some 20 years back. He asked me, do you think I am a Charaka? So I replied him, I am not a fool. Whether you are a Charaka or not will be decided by the time, not by the me. So if the creation remained for 2000 years, then you are Charaka. If it finishes in 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, then you are not Charaka. So let it be decided by the time, not by the persons. And such type of creation, such type of literature, the longevity is not decided by anybody, as mentioned by Ram Manohar, that Vagbhata was struggling to get his creation recognized by the stalwarts. Now, after so many years, only Vagbhata's name is there. From whom he wanted recognition is not known, because those names have gone with the time. So time is a very important factor for deciding such things. So my opinion is we should do our work. Time will decide whether this is Samhita, whether this is Sangraha, whatever it is. Third, my question is the Vagbata. If we give the credit of Sangraha and Samhita to Vagbata, if both are one, then my question is why Vagbata is calling Ashtanga Hridayam as a Samhita and Ashtanga Sangraha as a Sangraha. He is using two words, Sangraha and Samhita. So whether we must find out what Samhita it is. Because we get different type of structures regarding Samhita, Charaka Samhita, Susruta Samhita, Ashtanga Hridayam, the Charandar Samhita is there. And recently I have forgotten the name of that book, in the name of Samhita, the 16th century one creation is there by one Vaidya. It is published by Patanjali. So I have forgotten the name. So that type of the using the word Samhita is there. In Vedic literature, the Samhita has a specific meaning. And it is not exactly reflected in Ayurveda. That is what my another observation is. So we cannot take those rules from the Vedas for Ayurveda. So we have to think differently. So this is regarding the name. Another observation regarding Samhita, means particularly Charaka Samhita, is from my point of view, what is important in Samhita is thought process. What material it is containing is not important, because in every Samhita there are two things. One is Shashvat, and there is a component which is Ashashvat. Ashashvat means which is ever changing. So that component which is Shashvat we have to identify, we have to keep at it as it is, because it is not going to change, and we have to find the things which are Ashashvat, which can be removed, which can be replaced, or more things, the Anukta and these things can be added thereon. The most important thing is the thought process. So we must identify the thought process of Ayurveda per se, and that should be included in this whatever literature we are creating or we want to create. There are some peculiarities of this structure of Samhita today, which are available today. One is gross generalization. That is because of its holistic nature. But I will give you an example. They have described only three types of deshas, geoclimatic conditions, Anutyangal Saran. They have made a gross generalization, and they have defined the rules for that. When you come to the diseases, then you will find that whole in today's gynecology is included in 20 Vinshati Yoni Rogas. Because all those who are practicing, you can ask them that whatever condition is described in modern gynecology with a very big book, they are in a position to explain in these 20 Vinshati Yoni Rogas. That is a gross generalization. You are bringing everything in 20 categories. Same is the case with the skin diseases, Kushta Rogas, 18. Everything. Nowadays, if you will see I am just comparing, it is not for saying good or bad. That in contemporary modern medicine, what you will find is a very big book on skin disease. And the medicines are four. Exactly reverse is in Ayurveda. Only 18 groups of skin diseases are there, hundreds and thousands of formulations. So exactly reverse. This is because of the difference in the thought process. So that we must understand. When Ayurveda Samhitas were created, that time there were contemporary sciences or Shilpa Shastras, what we call in traditional way. These Shilpa Shastras, they support the things. I worked on Gandha Shastra, and this word I found in this Chakrapani's Tika. While this in Chikitsa Sthana, while describing the preparation of Balatel. He used this word Gandha Shastra. I never heard this name before that. And then I started searching for that, and I found that an independent Gandha Shastra, that is cosmetology and perfumery, exists in those days. Same is the case with Pakashastra. Hundreds and thousands of granthas are available on Pakashastra. Out of that, in today's world, clinical dietetics is only there in Ayurveda. Remaining thing is outside Ayurveda. So these things, these Shastras, Shilpa Shastras were there to support Ayurveda. Now the things have changed. Now we have different modern Shastras, including this contemporary science, technology, everything is there to support this. So how to incorporate this Anukta? It all comes in the Anukta. That is very important to be thought of and to be discussed. Regarding language, just now we have decided to bring it into the Sanskrit. My opinion is also for Sanskrit because of the thought process of I. Because that thought process comes from very easily with the Sanskrit. It is very difficult for a group of person, even from any part of the country, to bring this thought process in some other language. It is for the easiness of bringing that thought process. So these are the things on which our group is discussing, people are discussing, and there must be someone to criticize these efforts also. So criticism is also welcome, because unless and until we have a Vadamarga Sambhasha. So Purva Paksha, Uttar Paksha, and third is Vitanta. Why third is? Because in debate only two groups are there. Here in Vadamarga Sambhasha, three are there. So this is the importance of, and that is for gaining the knowledge. So criticism is not for criticism, it is for gaining the knowledge. So these things we must consider regarding creation of Samhita. There will be again few questions will come up with the time, and we must also create a mechanism to update it repeatedly, because the peculiarity of modern science and technology is the things get outdated very quickly. So that Ashashwat part is moving very fast. So we must look into it. Otherwise, we will create a Samhita, and within 10 years, 20%, 30% of it may get outdated. So such things, whether we should include or not, that's why if you will look into the modern textbooks, they will have an edition after every 2 years, 3 years, only because of this updation of knowledge. They have a different thought process. So that also we must take it to consideration while this. Some other people, they are also working on that. For example, Acharya Balakrishna of Patanjali, he wrote a book, Saumetriya Nidan, and he included around, I think, 373 new diseases which are not mentioned in the Samhita. He described those in Sanskrit in shlokas with Samprapti and Samprapti Bandha. So this is a new addition. So we can incorporate such type of things. This Dravya Guna is developing like anything with the modern pharmacy, pharmacology, this and that. Now Ayurveda biology has come up with the molecular biology tools. Now Ayurgenomics has come up, have already come up. So all these things, how we are going to incorporate and how much we are going to incorporate, these two things we have to taken into consideration. Whether we have to write it in sutras or not, because writing sutras was the need of the time, and that was the need of the education system that time also. But now when we have already shifted from Gurukul system to Kulaguru system, that is from Gurukul system to university system. So here expansion of information is expected in the education. So that's why we have very big textbooks. And even in the school, even in the colleges, we have very big textbooks. So whether we want that format to get aligned with the existing education system, or we have some different thing in our mind, that we have to be clear regarding this. The team is working very nicely, but see, the I am repeatedly saying that time is a very powerful factor regarding this. So I expect from the new generation that you also start thinking independently and contribute in these efforts. Because all these who are sitting over here, they are going to become old and older in new coming 10, 13, 15 years. So we need that batch over here. So that is also very necessary for creating such or for continuing such type of activity. I am very happy to see such an audience for this subject, and I must say thank you to the audience for they have come over here this early in the morning in this cold to hear regarding the concept of new Samhitas and what this group is talking about. Thank you very much. Namaskar, Pindam.